the fuck is that guy?
I make my own moves, yeah, I'm bossing.
All weak bitches, please proceed to the exit.
Is there no one else? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
We are not for the weak.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Not for the Week. It's your boy James.
It is your boy Jay.
Wes is here.
That's all you need as an intro right there.
I'm back, guys.
Back at it like a crack addict.
Still a little under the weather. I think I have sniffles. It's a combination of the sniffles and syphilis. It's a new thing. No, I'm
Is
just
it contagious?
got a cold. I hope not, because you guys are fucked if it
I don't
is.
need no sniffles.
My son doesn't need to get
Chrissy's
sick.
like, where the fuck did this come from? Just
Oh,
standing next to Wes. He just oozes it out of his pores.
Homeboy's got chlamydia, sniffles.
Hey, you can get rid of chlamydia with a pill.
Yeah, that's no big
You
deal.
know that from experience.
I just know that you can get rid of chlamydia.
I Wikipedia'd it.
I'll drop it. I did. I've had chlamydia twice. I got rid of it though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't get it a third time.
Nope. Guys, seriously, I was kidding. I've never had chlamydia in my life.
You sick
So,
freaks.
weirdos.
Fuck.
This degenerates, bro.
If anyone, it's the one who's not talking about it, Mooney.
I stay away from the girls that you guys are up in, as they say.
Like in Motley Crue when they're like what's the Mick? What's the guy's name? What's the
Mick
old
Jagger?
Yeah, or whatever. What's the guy's name that plays the fucking guitar in the
Mouse. Mickey Mouse.
You guys seen Motley Crue or the Dirt on
Yes,
Netflix?
I don't remember.
I
his
didn't
name,
watch
though.
it.
The older guy, but he's like, do you guys ever think that the girls that sleep with you sleep with all of the same, like all of the other bands or whatever that come through? And they're like, yeah, they do. Yes, they do. Absolutely.
So, all those guys have gonorrhea and
Oh,
Driptic.
100%. And they
They're
probably,
all Eskimo bros at this
Hey.
point.
yeah, dude, Nikki Sixx like fucked Tommy's wife or whatever, fiance in the movie. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Like,
that's pretty tight.
Weren't they like fucking each other's like girlfriends too at the time?
dude, I bet they all just fucked each other.
Imagine the stuff that they cut out of that movie because they're like, yeah, we don't want to talk about that. Or that they don't even remember because they were just so
high.
yeah. There's probably so many stories that they don't even remember
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
that no witnesses are for.
I mean, I'll go on benders just from drinking, and I can't remember like days. So I mean, I can only imagine being on like heroin, coke.
Mick Mars?
fucking
Was that the
Mick
guy?
Mars? I could not think of his name. Jeez Louise.
Took me forever. Mick Mars, Nikki Sixx, Vince Neil. I was fucking not even Mick Jagger. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
Mick Jagger.
Rolling Stones.
Mick
Tommy
Jagger?
Lee.
Mick Jagger was
Rolling Stones, I thought.
yeah.
Yeah, Rolling Stones.
No.
What?
Who?
I said Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was agreeing with you.
Yes.
You fucktard.
That's a Spice. If anybody doesn't know what that is, you know what? Just look it up.
Spice
Just
Adams.
Type in
Dude, I bet that would come up.
Spice Adams. So funny, dude.
Anyway, so Thanksgiving happened 2 days ago.
It did.
How was it?
It was all right for me.
What about you, Wes?
You know, I feel like it's depressing if I talk about what I do for Thanksgiving. I just get drunk, and I don't hang out with my family. So,
Are you in the same vicinity as your family?
or
Or like, are you in the house just getting hammered in a different room?
I was, but then it just conveniently, Josh was in town. You know, when that was happening, I wanted to hang out with Josh, so hung out with Josh, and I hung out with Nick. Hopefully Jordan doesn't listen to this podcast. I'm just kidding. But
I don't think she does.
I thought they had Thanksgiving together.
you know, I think they did.
They did. I
And
saw
then
her.
he dipped out. Yeah.
He hung out with me the day prior.
Thanks for the invite.
Where? What, no, I texted you a different night.
We
I
didn't
was
even
text-
know
We
that Josh was
texted
gonna
on
be in
Friday.
town.
That's when it was.
Yeah, because I was thinking about buying some painted on jeans.
Did you? So
I
did
did
you
not pull the trigger.
Legend? Were you looking at Legend London?
I was looking at whatever. I don't know.
I think it was Legend. It was Legend
They
London.
it might have been. Like,
You would
I was
probably
thinking
like-
about it because I need new jeans, and my jeans are already super tight,
Yeah.
and they're normal jeans. So I was like, might as well just pull the trigger and get the
I don't know what it would look like with you wearing.
with my massive fucking
Bro,
quads.
It's huge.
Regan Grimes rocks father and son.
So the problem is that they don't fit me. Like the biggest size on there was going to be pretty tight.
yeah.
It was like a 36
Oh, I
long,
wouldn't. I can't even. I'm too fat to even wear them.
and I measured myself. I keep in mind I did measure myself after Thanksgiving dinner,
Yeah.
2 inches.
so I was like a 37 or 36 and a half.
Yeah.
And the biggest size was like a 36. And I was like, ooh.
But those bad boys, they are stretchy boys though. They're
stretchy. They look like Josh.
oh my god,
Jesus.
I'm like, oh. There it is.
No, we went out with Josh, the king, who is like half of the fuck boys, and he was like, dude, you need to get these jeans. And he's like doing lunges in my fucking living room. You were there. He's like doing lunges and like squats. He's like, look at all this room and activity I can do. And I was like, then I tried to do lunges in my jeans and I couldn't get there. I was doing like 24-hour fitness quarter squats.
I have American Eagle jeans that I have are really stretchy. They're kind of tight-ish. You guys have seen me wear them.
Yeah.
They're like my going out pants. So I put them on when I plan to not remember the night.
Night on the town.
Not on the town. Put on the oh holy jeans, blessed by the Lord.
I can't remember the last time I wore a comfortable pair of jeans.
American
It's
Eagle has
been,
super comfortable
like,
jeans.
It's been several
fantastic
years.
jeans.
Since I started powerlifting, I haven't been able to
American
wear.
Eagle.
No, I'm serious, bro. Check out Father and Sons though, because
They didn't have my size either.
Fucking, I'm pretty sure I've never seen Kai in them. Kai's sponsored by them. I see him in the shirts. He wears the shirts.
How does
Kai-
he
How does he?
shirts?
Oh, because they go to like the 4X, I think.
I wear a fucking
But they're
XL.
like UK sizes. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way that Kai Green actually fits. They have to be custom. Yeah. Because I've seen Martin Ford wear some of that shit too, and I'm like, how the fuck?
Yeah, what
Dude's like
size
almost
is he?
400 fucking pounds. There's no way.
Yeah, he's a big
Wide
guy.
as a fucking 747.
In his new Maserati.
Is that his? There's the
Apparently-
Lambo truck his.
No, I think he's getting a Maserati SUV.
Lambo truck. Is that that's a thing?
Yeah,
It's a
it's a
thing.
Lambo,
It's pretty sick.
Lamborghini SUV. They're super tight.
It's
Offset
crazy.
has one, and it's really nice.
A little bit out of our price brackets. I think if we all pooled our money, we could maybe buy a wheel.
What if I trade in the boo? You don't think I could swing one?
I think if we all traded in our cars
listen,
and then put all our
is
net worth into it.
you guys should come on and talk to me. Let's see what we can make happen for a Lambo
You
truck.
slanging some Lambo trucks over there at the dealership?
Let's just see what we can make happen.
Maybe we'll get a sponsorship from Lambo.
Lambo, sponsor me and give me a Lambo.
Sponsor
truck.
this podcast.
I have 10,000 followers. Please sponsor me.
We'll pool our followers and our money, and maybe
Together we'll have.
we could lease it for a couple months.
I just want to lease it for one. I just want to put a down payment on it.
We could rent it when we go to LA.
Probably like $200 a month or $200 a day.
$200? No way.
You think it'd be more?
Yeah, it'd be like a lease. It'd be like a $700 payment.
A day?
Yeah, probably.
You can rent like, but you can rent.
And
per
the
console.
insurance would be stupid.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then imagine if somebody like hit us. We like park that shit on this. We go into the
Ding our
expo,
Lambo.
just dinged it.
That suck. I wonder how cool they are on the inside though.
I don't know.
Because
Probably-
Lambo's not a luxury brand. It's like a speed racer cars.
They're all
To,
about.
to be real, even if I had the money for a Lambo,
Would you get?
I don't think I would get one.
They're very small vehicles. Have you seen The Rock standing next to one?
I just don't think I would want one. Like, it's not a daily driver, really. Like, you can't. It'd be so much work to have that. Like, I'm gonna go to Walmart and pick up some shit.
And my Lambo. The thing about having fast cars, and this is what I'm learning working at the dealership driving fast cars, is like they're not fun to drive around town.
No.
It's not a fun thing.
Yeah,
unless it's a Porsche.
Unless it's a Porsche, and it's like, blip, 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 but like
But not like a GT4 or like a GT5.
get a Panamera
Like a Panamera.
or a Rolls Royce.
Ooh, a Bentley. I would take a Bentley.
I saw a Bentley.
But I wouldn't consider that like a. I don't know. It's not like a supercar.
You think it's just like an attention?
It still
like
has like 500 plus horsepower.
It's probably like an attention thing. I mean, because everybody looks at somebody driving a Lambo and they're like, "Oh, that dude fucked. What do you do?"
Like that
Yeah.
one guy that drives a Gallardo
Around town. Yeah.
That white one.
Oh,
But we
yeah.
all know what he does.
Yeah.
You're not driving around Southern Oregon in a.
That thing is
in a
like
Gallardo.
This is how high. For reference, you guys,
It's not a post leg day car.
yeah, this is the top of a Lamborghini Gallardo.
If anybody can see Jay's hand, it's below the table.
I am not fucking kidding you.
Yeah.
So I have to squat to about 12 inches off the ground.
You don't
in
have the
order to-
mobility to get in that.
I
car.
don't. I couldn't even. Yeah.
I
What the
wouldn't
fuck?
either. I wouldn't be able to get in it.
I feel like I'm having a fucking. Why had to warm up before I drive?
I would straight rip the gooch of my pants every time I got in that car.
You
You'd
rip
have-
something. That's for sure.
You would have to get in your car without pants on,
Which is a fine, I guess.
Or
if
some
you're in a
stretchy
Lambo.
jeans.
Yeah.
or actually paint jeans on. Too.
Legend London sponsor me if you hear this.
Speaking of ripping, I was wearing a pair of joggers last week on Wednesday, and it was after my leg day. Legs were a little bit, swollen, pumped up,
Full of blood.
Sat down, ripped the crotch. Oh, shit. I just sit down and it goes,
Yeah. It's
been a while since I've done that, but that was
big old abductors.
kind of cool. But at the same time, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Now I have to sit here with my pants ripped
Do you remember at the club?
until I can go home.
I was doing, I don't even think I was actually doing legs that day, but I was wearing, I like the short Nike running shorts, like the, they're just the Nike running shorts. And like,
Short shorts?
they're short shorts. They're shorties. I was squatting one day with my black ones. I threw them out and the whole ass on them ripped, actually, like pretty bad, like not even discreet at all. And so if I wore like black underwear with them, it wasn't bad. Like you couldn't really see anything. But one day I was wearing these actually Flag Nor Fail underwear that I have, but they're like light gray. And fucking James was training somebody at the club, and this was like, God damn, this is like
This is a long time
This is
ago.
a minute ago. It's like almost 4 years ago or something crazy like that.
Jeez.
And he comes up and he like taps me. I was like on the triceps doing like triceps, and I was like pushing my ass out, kind of like doing like triceps. And,
Ass just hanging out.
oh, dude, he comes up. He's like, your shorts are like totally fucking blown out right now. And I was like, yeah, dude, I know. I really gnarly squat session I had the other day. It just blew my ass out. So,
But continued to wear them.
yeah, continue to wear them. I thought I had.
I'm gonna just put them back on.
I think what I
No
ended
one
up-
will notice.
I think I actually ended up like hanging one of the sweat towels kind of like there, like, you know what I'm saying? And it didn't help, but improvise.
At least you weren't free balling it when that happened. Like,
Dude, just asshole.
just dropping the ball out the side.
Straighten dick out, just like down the leg. Yeah, that could have been bad. That reminds me, that's like the video of the dude it's on like one of the gym fail pages of the dude squatting like 405, and he pulls it off and he squats, and as he's coming down, he looked like he was probably going to do it. And as he goes down, straight ass it just rips, and he just drops it. He just like freaks out. You see his ass though. You see his like crack and everything, and it's like bad. It was so quick.
I used to always rip
Where
my
the
boxers.
fuck is the dedication there?
I used to wear like not like the boxer briefs, but I used to wear like boxers.
Yeah.
I can't believe I used to wear boxer.
They're not the move.
They're not.
Yeah.
If you go to smash a girl, you take your clothes off and you got boxers on. You're
In 2019.
Yeah.
2019. They're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Because there was
your
a
name
hot
Robert?
minute. There was a hot minute where I rocked the boxers.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't getting any girls.
Yeah.
But I was rocking.
The point is
boxers.
to wear super big boxers and then sag your pants and have your boxers like up.
That was the move.
That was
And
the
they were
move.
like bunched up.
Yep, they were bunched up, and
And they
people
were like flannel colored too. 'Cause that was the
red
fucking
flannel boxer
move.
boxers. So, anyways, I used to always wear those, and every time I'd squat, they would just like rip from crack to ball, and I would just feel the nuts just drop. And I'm like, man, another pair. Still have those too. They're sitting somewhere in my closet. Just
Tack those up on the wall.
squat sessions.
Why was that ever a style? Like the super baggy pants with the boxers hanging out. Like that was the move. Because I remember doing that back in high school. I was like, this is fucking cool.
I was like, pfft. Or you know what else was a thing? I don't know if you did it, but like I remember I did it for a short amount of time. Is like I would do boxers, athletic shorts, and jeans over the athletic shorts, and so
A lot of people did that.
So you would sag your jeans
just in
have
case a fucking street ball tournament busted out right
Or-
there.
yeah.
You
or
had to
just
play
in
someone
case-
one-on-one.
in case you had to play one-on-one, or in case a motherfucker's trying to catch some hands, and you got to be able to move a little bit more.
You just drop the jeans. Wow. I'm ready, fucker.
I'm here to stomp the yard, motherfucker.
You always wear a wife beater under everything you're wearing, and you wear athletic shorts underneath you. You're ready. You're ready for fucking war, bro.
I used to rock the wife beaters too. I was like, oh man, I look so dope. Like I'd go to the gym, like take off my shirt, rock the wife beater.
Yeah.
I was a fan
When I
of the
first
black
started
ones.
getting
The black ones.
yeah.
Or like the light gray.
Light gray.
when I first started getting like tattoos and stuff, I tank top every day.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
100%.
I don't even wear
I'd be
tank tops ever anymore.
I'd be in
I
my
just wear like
fucking
shirts.
athletic shorts and tank top
Oh,
in the
bro.
gym.
And like a beanie like this. I'm just like,
Skinny as fuck. Flat brim hat backwards, and I'd just be in the gym, just triceps.
just
no
biggest Fred
tricep
Durst
at all.
fan.
No
in the whole
tricep.
world.
No horseshoe, but just hitting it over
You're
and
like, I don't know what this is supposed to work. But
Just a bone. And like you can't see any definition when you go through.
I was always like a big like shoulder presser, so I like dumbbell press, and and I just flex my arms, just hard, like just the whole.
You just see that
Yeah.
one line across.
Yeah, I'm like, do you see that bridge right there? You see that fucking bicep? Hit shoulders, but I got
peaks.
an arm pump.
Bro, that makes me think though, like going back to the sagging, makes me like it's such just like wearing the athletic shorts under like just in case you get a fight. I remember I was bouncing at this club and this dude like sucker punched me when I was checking IDs or whatever, and he tried to run, but he was doing that and he couldn't fucking run. So he was like waddling away. He didn't get very fucking far, but
I would have popped his ass.
although I caught him in like 4 steps, and I had to hop about a barrier to go get to him, and he was like,
You see big ass Mooney as a bouncer. He just one leg hops over this barrier.
You
just
have-
into a sprint.
well, he's like this tall,
Oh shit.
and he hit me twice while I was checking his ID, and it didn't it was like I don't know. I was just like,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then he's like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, I would have been like, damn it. That was as hard as I could hit it.
You can tell it was one of those like, oh man, fuck this dude. Oh fuck.
At that moment, he knew he fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have straight Mr. Deeds his ass, and I would have fucking ran and chased after him and grabbed because he's running not very fast, and I would have had a second to pop over, grab a trash can, and just bash him over the back with it. Just fucking. Do you remember that scene, Mr. Deeds? Oh yeah.
Underrated movie.
We had there was a fight at my middle school one time, and this fucking one kid was whooping this dude's ass in the locker room in the bathroom. We got into like an altercation, and he was whooping his ass, and then afterwards he grabbed the trash can and like threw it on top of him.
Oh yeah. It's a power move.
We
Just a power move.
at my
Dump
middle
the trash
school-
can and throw the trash
That's
can.
what you do because you're trash,
Yeah,
bitch.
and then like high school, and in high school it was like they're like metal and like bolted into the ground.
Yeah.
But like at my middle school, they were just like those waist
Oh yeah.
things.
Like the plastic ones.
yeah, like the big plastic bins.
So
he
that's
just
more of a
picked that-
statement.
Yeah,
That's more.
he's just like fuck you.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
like a sixth
you
grader.
go to jail forever for doing that. Even
Yeah.
in high school.
I know.
Yeah, fighting is like low key not the move anymore. Anytime I get drunk, I seem to always want to do it.
Yep.
But it's not.
I've witnessed it. It's a weird thing.
It's
something in your brain.
Well, the problem is nowadays, like, it doesn't just stop at the fight. Like,
yeah.
back, like, it was still not acceptable, like, when I was, like, in high school, but, like, at least back then, like, I remember I got in a couple fights, and, like, it was over immediately, and, like, we were cool. Like, mutual respect, like, we're done, like, this is all right. But nowadays, like, dude will come back, like, with a gun the next day or some shit.
yeah.
Or they'll sue you, and their parents will sue you, and you'll get expelled, and you'll end up...
That was
You can sue the stick.
very Jeremy Buendia move. Just sue everyone if you're really good in the courtroom.
Bro, whatever happened with that?
Honestly, I feel like maybe the I don't know specifically,
It
but
got, like, blown up, and then...
Giordani's not talking about it at all anymore, and he was talking about it like every day. He was kind of like going over whatever their situation, and it hasn't been brought up. So I feel like somebody reached out to somebody, or somebody's lawyer probably guessing Jeremy's reached out to them and was like, "Hey, let's maybe drop this," because first of all, Jeremy was trying to sue, I think, fucking Kenny Giordani, and I literally always forget Jeremy's ex's name.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking
Yeah,
about. And
whatever.
he was trying to sue them for, it was anywhere from $1 to I think $100 million, because it was due to the fact that all of this was causing Jeremy issues with getting sponsorships.
$100 million.
I'm like, homeboy, you're making $100 mil in a year, or what? Or I mean, yeah, because it wasn't
You're
even going
potentially
on.
going to make $100 million.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's some
Suck
trash.
10 dicks.
But anyways, with that, I don't know what's going on with it. I think they probably dropped it, or it's pending. I don't know.
It's probably pending something.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know. That's the one thing I hate about, like, the drama, like, that they start in the fit. Like,
Yeah.
first off, don't make it fucking drama. Like,
Right.
there's no reason for that. Like,
Yeah.
stupid shit. But second off, you make a huge fucking deal about it, and then we never hear about it ever again.
Yeah.
It's like,
You make everyone.
it's like
care.
almost like they just did it for, like, clout
Right.
and shit. And which is one of the big reasons I have with, like, Kenny KO and all
Yeah.
those, like, fucking, like, call out channels.
That's
It's like,
what he does.
but it's like it becomes like such a huge thing immediately, and then like it just goes away, and it's like
Yeah.
it makes me think like this is all just fucking show. You know what I mean?
That's all he does. All Kenny does, every fucking video that he releases, like every week, or I don't know how many. I think he does like 2 videos a week or whatever. But now he's going at the Bang CEO guy right now. He's basically just saying he's like super cringy, and he's like
He is super
and
cringy.
and that's actually true. He is. He's a
But at the same time, man is killing it.
dude. That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
He's killing, like, Bang. Say what you want about Bang. Like, oh, deceptive advertising, as if no other like energy drink company has done deceptive fucking advertising.
Like if Bang hit you up right now and was like, dude, we'll pay you $8,000 a month, would you do it? But your page is gonna look a little funky because you gotta,
I would probably turn it down, honestly,
Yeah.
to be real, because I Bang's all right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't drink them I like
Right.
them, like, but I don't like the brand as a whole. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't vibe with me. Like,
yeah.
their
hard to
leggings
promote,
and shit
yeah.
are like super colorful, like
It's
ugly,
really hard.
ugly fucking stuff.
Yeah, the stuff that
And
he
so
wears,
I would never wear that stuff.
Yeah.
And so from that, if it was just simply like, hey, like, we want to send you Bang every month and we'll
Right.
pay you some money too, just promote it, and I didn't have to wear any of their gear.
right.
Then,
Look like
yeah,
a
I'd probably
cheerleader
do
Bring
it.
It On.
It's-
the
it's-
10th edition.
The problem is, it's just some of their stuff is just too cringy.
Yeah.
But he's successful, and the companies he's running are successful, like VPX
Yeah.
and Redline. Like, those have been around for years.
Redline's been a dude.
Redline
Everyone
is-
knows Redline.
Yeah.
Have you ever had Redline?
No.
Redline is insane. At least it used to be insane.
Yeah.
I remember when I first my first job in the fitness industry, I was working the front desk at this Bally's Total Fitness,
Dude,
which I don't even think Bally Total Fitness
Bally's not a
exists
thing
anymore.
I used to have a membership at a Bally's, where Bally's used to be is now a Crunch Fitness in Aloha. But you get like your little ID card,
Yeah.
with your picture on it. It's like Bally's Total Fitness, and it was like a shitty little gym.
It was like ours was not bad. It was like a 24 hour.
Ours was like a shitty 24-hour fitness.
But like they had Redline was one of the biggest things. It was like Redline and BSN.
Yeah.
That was like the two big supplement things that we had, and like those Redline like ready to drink drinks were just insane. It's like crack.
I was working as a membership counselor. Actually, this is when I was in Vegas, and I was sipping on one. I'd never had one before, and the guy, our regional, came and had us all meet with him and just to go over, like, it was like a goal setting meeting sort of thing, and he bought us all one. Or I think he brought them with us, and it was I'd never had a Redline before, and I think it says on, I don't know if they still do, but like it says like recommended, like drink like half of it or something like that. It has like a line.
Yeah,
on
you're
there,
not
like,
supposed to drink the whole thing the first time.
So I was thinking like, what the fuck ever, because that time I was like taking, I was taking like pre-workouts, like 1,3-dimethylamine in them and stuff like that, like shit that you can just buy at like supplement stores in Vegas and whatever. I was like, whatever, I'll just drink the whole thing. And I drank that. I was sweating in like fucking like 7 minutes. I was like sweating like really bad. And I probably took like 4 bathroom breaks just to like get up and like walk around because I felt like I was literally on meth.
About to have a heart attack.
Oh, dude, it's crazy. Those things are insane. So if you
I'm
drink
gonna start
those,
drinking some, I think.
try it out. I don't know how they are now.
I don't know how they are now though. They're probably super regulated at this point.
usually if
it's
they're-
still not regulated, but some of those ingredients are probably illegal.
Usually, if it's really good when it comes out, it usually doesn't stay
Yeah.
that way.
Mm-hmm.
So
Dude, there
that's
was.
pretty cool.
I remember when I was in high school, we had this drink. It was called. I'm trying to think of what the name of it was. It was like something Go or something, and you could buy it at the supplement store across the street from our high school, and you had to have an ID to buy it.
Damn.
Like, because they had to make sure that you were 18.
Oh yeah.
And one of the ingredients in it was ephedra.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Ephedrine.
This is ephedrine. This is back in like 2004, 2005, and it was straight like meth,
Yeah,
dude.
speed in a can.
Like, it was speed.
Yeah.
And we would take that like before games. We would be on the bus, and there would be like 5 or 6 of us, and we'd all be drinking it. Like one day, like
Everyone's just like,
yeah, we're all just like, just fucking like hyped.
Everybody's getting like buffer too. Like everyone's like getting like, I'm pretty sure this is testosterone in this fucking can that I'm drinking right
But
now.
then it came out that like people start dying from ephedrine, like because it's not good for you at all, and
shouldn't be
you have
drinking
heart
it,
attacks and shit.
Yeah.
And then especially if you take it and then go do like a high exertion exercise like running and playing football,
tackling.
people have heart attacks and die.
Jeez.
And so
I mean,
some
whatever
kid-
to go
some-
to championships.
some dude like hopped on the bus
Whatever
and was
it
like,
takes.
"Why the fuck are you guys drinking that? You're gonna die and have a heart attack." And we're like, "Well, thanks for ruining that, bro.
Chill out, you fucking square. Everyone's like,
Everyone's
"This
just,
guy's a nerd."
everyone's just like playing front hand, backhand, just slapping each other and yelling. And
We're just in the back of the bus, like, oh.
Doing the fucking knife challenge on this stuff like that.
not even looking. Just cutting your hand every time.
Just pupils as big as a fucking like your head.
Fucking A. Those
Like-
ephedrine is what it was?
Yeah.
I remember the shots do you still have the shots at like the gas stations and stuff like that?
I don't know if it has it in there because ephedrine is illegal as fuck.
Is it? Because
well, they give
this
you
was-
ephedrine at like hospitals.
Yeah, it's not legal to purchase. I don't even know if they give that to you at hospitals anymore. I'm pretty sure it's like super.
I'd have to.
It's because it's super bad for you.
Yeah.
She would know.
I took a pre that had it in, and I'm pretty sure.
Back in the day, it was in a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I don't know if it became illegal until like 2009, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That sounds about right. I just remember I told my dad to go into a GNC and get me pre-workout one time when I was a sophomore or junior. I was a wee lad. I was a soccer player. Didn't even need pre-workout.
an old field fairy.
A little field fairy. Still fucked back then too. But
I felt like girls like soccer
They
players
were just
more.
looking at your quads like, damn.
damn, that guy can probably move his hips pretty well.
They're like, "Are you secure? Because your hips do not lie."
They don't. But I bought the original Jacked 3D pre-workout.
That was a
And
good one.
Still to this day, I love that pre-workout. Well, probably because it's like, it was the first pre-workout I took. So I was like,
that's what I wonder. Like, because everybody, if you talk to anybody that's been like working out for like a significant amount of time at this point, because the original Jack, that was like what, like
That was-
11, 12,
Yeah.
somewhere in there. They all say that's the best pre-workout of all time. And I wonder if it's because it was actually legit, or was it simply because it was pretty much almost everyone's first legit pre-workout. You know what I mean? Like it's the first pre-workout, because everyone starts with C4 because that's the
right.
cheapest
I started
one or
with
whatever.
metrics.
Yeah.
Metric. I had a metrics pre-workout that was radioactive punch flavored.
Yeah.
It was fucking
Radioactive
delicious.
punch.
That shit had like fucking almost 500 milligrams of caffeine. I remember that pre-workout.
500 milligrams.
Dude, Dylan Witham sold me that
So metrics.
Dylan Witham sold me
He
that
sold.
pre-workout.
I bought the last one that they had because
Yeah.
they were metrics stopped making
They
that.
got recalled.
It was out when the first Mr. Hyde formula was out, and they
Yeah.
both had like a shit ton of caffeine in them. Like
Nothing else.
and it
just
was cheap. It
straight
was cheap. You
was,
could
yeah,
go
because it's probably just caffeine.
Yeah, you could go to GNC and it was like fucking $32.
Yeah.
for
It was cheap. It was cheap, dude. That was when pre was like $1 a serving.
Dude, I used
And,
to ask
and everyone was like, just looking at the caffeine content. That was the
Exactly.
only thing that mattered.
Oh
to
yeah,
them.
beta. Fucking creatine, citrulline,
Niacin,
agnitine, sulfur. Nobody's looking at
arginine.
any of that. Arginine. Nobody cares.
You're looking at
to-
creatine and you're looking at caffeine. You're
So-
like, sold.
I used to have.
getting back into working now.
I go to the Y, do a lot of bench pressing.
You guys have what's got a good pre-workout in here?
Hey, how much creatine should I take? Do I have creatine?
Wait, no.
bud?
Should I take creatine? Like,
Is creatine a steroid?
That's not going to make me natural though if I take creatine. Well, do you eat red meat
How
at all?
in 2019 do people
you eat
still
cottage
not know
cheese?
about creatine?
Those
like,
people are all flat earthers, I think, is what.
like literally your body produces it. Like you get this from food. Like yeah, it's okay to take.
I think that
Millennials.
there's some people have this issue. No, I'm not even going to justify it. Actually, I was going to try to think about
well,
it.
people
but I
talk
think,
about like the bloating or it upsets my stomach. It's like,
yeah.
creatine monohydrate.
you're taking some
bloats me.
shitty creatine, probably. then.
Yeah, monohydrate bloats me, but
Or your diet is
HC1 doesn't.
pure
Is
trash.
trash. I take HCl. I take creatine.
Hydrochloride.
I just I recently started doing that. I used to always do monohydrate.
Hydrochloride's the
Because
best
monohydrate's
form
super cheap.
of- It's also super trash. Makes me feel like super shit.
Really?
If you drink-
I've never noticed any negative.
If you drink
I've
enough
always-
water, I feel like it's okay.
I've
But
always
some people
felt really
don't.
bloated from monohydrate, but never hydrochloride.
Dude, I remember the first time I met anybody that took creatine. It was like a couple of the seniors on the football team, and they all took creatine all summer.
Yeah.
And then the first game of the year, like it was super hot, and they all were started cramping up, and everyone's immediately like, "It was the creatine,"
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to. My dad didn't let.
or it's just not drinking enough fucking
Or
water.
maybe they didn't eat anything today or drink any water.
My dad didn't let me take supplements until I was like a sophomore in high school. Is when I got to like take my first like mass gainer.
You're like, oh, bro,
So
the mass gainer.
So I was a varsity wrestler. So we had the varsity athletes had a different locker room
Yeah.
that was separate from like you remember how it was.
Yeah.
If you were like a varsity athlete or like soccer or football or anything, you had a different locker room.
Yeah.
And so
Somebody in there always dealt drugs.
yeah, someone was always slipping cocaine in the locker room.
100%.
And then there was one guy in there that like knew everything about supplements.
Oh, yeah.
Or his dad told him everything about supplements, and so he thought he knew everything about supplements. That was you, huh?
Because
The one guy that's been to GNC, he's like, "What do you guys need, bro?"
so I would open up my locker and
Optimum
like
nutrition.
in like the bottom part of my locker, because I had like a 2-tier locker. Like in the bottom big part of my locker, I had like my wrestling stuff and my gym bag and like my Dymatized Ultimate Mass 5-pound tub of delicious
It's like
vanilla
10
ice cream
scoops is one serving.
Yeah, it was delicious. It was fantastic. One scoop was like fucking 700 calories or some shit like that.
Dude, I remember I had Weight Gainer 5000. I think it was GNC brand or whatever.
Yeah.
And one serving size was like 2,500 calories.
Oh my gosh.
Because you're supposed to do 2 servings, which was 5,000 calories.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was like 6 scoops was one serving, and it would fill up like 2 shaker cups.
Oh, you got to blend that shit.
It was
Yeah,
just so thick.
dude.
And so, I had my mass gainer down below with my workout stuff, and then in my little top shelf that I had in my locker, I had like creatine and arginine pills, and
Some
citrulline
NO2, some
pills.
NO2 pills.
Yeah, I had. What else did I have? Tribulus by Metrics.
Oh man,
Yep.
Tribulus when it came out, I was like, "Oh man, we're gonna get jacked."
Oh,
This
dude,
is
I was-
some legal steroids right
I
here.
was literally like a pill popping drug addict.
Probably
Like,
some test boosters in there too.
every morning I was taking Body Fortress test boosters from Walmart. I was taking or 6-star or whatever it was.
6-star.
Yeah, I was taking. It was like their Inno test, and so I was taking that, and then I was taking Tribulus, and then I was taking arginine and citrulline pills, and then I was taking creatine and my mass gainer and my pre-workout.
And you're probably eating just pizzas
And
and
I was just
frozen
eating
food all
just
day.
Monster energy drinks.
lasagna, just pounds of lasagna, and I'm just working out for fucking 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
Dude, I took those mass gainer shakes for legitimately like 6 years straight. Now if I even think about it, like those make me so sick.
I have
just
a
to
really
think
hard. I have a really hard time just drinking protein shakes.
Yeah, but
Because we've done it so much.
And I used to mass gainer shake just like
yeah.
delicious.
Chug the whole thing.
Then I got the Cytosport mass gainer or
Cytosport.
Cyto. It was called Cyto Gainer.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'd get one of those big ass like Dasani water bottles, and I'd just sit in the back of meetings like before football practice, just loading it up with scoops, just so thick, and just and then going and running at practice like just terrible.
And everyone thought you were hella cool because like you just like fold it, put it in your thing, and then pour it in, and everyone's like, "Whoa,
Holy shit.
this guy's a scientist."
Yeah,
Dude, is that
this
steroids?
guy
Dude, is that fucking Heisenberg, dude? Jesus.
Bro, people legitimately thought I was on steroids
Oh, yeah.
back then because like I was just chugging those weight
fucking
gainer
not
shakes.
so
I
Slim
put on like
Shady, man.
25 pounds like going into my senior year, and everyone was like, "Oh man, he's on steroids."
People used to think I was on steroids too because I was bigger than literally every single person at my high school,
And
except for like,
technically,
fat people.
You really kind of are on steroids. Like you're like
Yeah.
17 with like constant boners that are like rock hard. Like
You
your
are.
test levels are through the fucking roof.
Dude, I still wake up with rock hard boners. It sucks. Sometimes.
Good test.
That's good.
It sucks though.
You
Hurts.
say
They're
see you
painful.
say it sucks until you wake up and it's not there anymore, and
I'm
then
like,
you're
"Oh."
like, "Oh shit, I'm weak now. I'm a beta male now."
Dude, you wake up with rock hard boners? Good.
I was on the fucking Beyond Raw stack from like even like when I was younger. I did the Beyond Raw gainer that was actually super good. It was a chocolate, like the double chocolate one or whatever.
yeah.
I think it's still like the same formula at GNC, but I
Can't
took
imagine
that.
changing it too much.
I don't think they messed with it too much. It's expensive though. It's like a really expensive.
I had a Beyond Raw hoodie that was like that matched my. I had this Dark Star hoodie too that was like the exact same thing as my Beyond Raw hoodie. They were both like black with yellow writing and a yellow zipper and yellow inside of the hoodie.
I'm like, Jay, I know that hoodie. That was Brazzers. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was not Beyond Raw.
You're like,
That was a Brazzers hoodie.
that's a Brazzers hoodie.
You know what's funny now? Like now there's like a huge trend where everyone's like, stop buying supplements, like eat real food, like that shit doesn't work. And to an extent, I agree. Obviously, eat real food
Yeah.
if given the choice. Like obviously, supplements are way more expensive, right? But they fucking work.
They do.
Like those mass gainers, Yeah, they're shitty. They're full of sugar. Whatever.
Yeah.
Still
Put weight
fucking
on-
work,
yeah,
dude.
put weight on.
Yeah. Would it have been better if I had eaten full meals?
Yeah.
Yeah, but fucking tell that to my mom back in the day. Like, didn't have access to like I had Stouffer's lasagna, frozen Stouffer's lasagna,
that's
which is fire, by the way,
Really good.
but not nutritious.
Tastes
And
good.
those mass gainer shakes, they worked.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I mean?
And they
like-
lasted you for like a month.
Well, like if somebody comes in a
Not if you're doing 2 of them a day, dude.
They last you for like 10 days.
15 days and
2 weeks.
whatever. Yeah, it's more expensive. Whatever. They fucking worked.
I was a hot pocket.
Everything
kid.
works.
I was a pizza pocket kid.
So good.
I was a pizza pocket and
Pizza
ramen.
pockets.
Pizza rolls,
dude,
bro.
Pizza
Oh, yeah,
rolls,
that's what I meant.
top
And,
ramen, everything with
bagel
sodium.
bites.
Oh, bagel bites, dude.
Bro, I would smash like a full like 48
A full
count
fucking
like,
thing.
Oh my god.
We're already out of these. Yeah, I'm fucking really young.
I'm
and
playing
my
And-
hormones
Halo.
and-
so yes,
And
we're out.
gallons of whole milk.
are-
Oh, dude.
Bro, from the container. My mom would get so pissed. She'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Literally. So Kaya always thought it was weird because like when I first started, I never thought up until literally a year and a half ago, I drank milk with everything I ate. Everything. I always drank just a glass of
Milk
milk.
is great.
strong bones.
And when I started, thick, dense bones, thick, dense,
Bro,
penis.
denser boners.
back in the day, wake up like hella thirsty or whatever, go to the fridge and grab a nice cold glass of whole milk.
Every time.
The best.
Yeah.
Say
Always
what,
had a boner.
Say what you fucking want, bro.
Boner
But
and milk.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. With boxes.
correlations, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want strong boners? Drink whole milk.
Drink cold milk.
Next Instagram caption. You guys want strong boners?
Drink milk.
Drink milk.
I'm gonna use it.
Do it.
I'm gonna make a note of that.
get-
Add it to my
Tag
caption
us in
collection.
that.
Yeah.
We better tag
Say
us.
quoted by Fuckboy Fitness and this dude who posts once a year.
I've been on. But I know I need to get some fucking content.
I know I posted that picture of me and my son yesterday, and it did pretty bad.
Do you still have your likes?
I saw mine.
You still have yours?
So I've noticed. So I don't know what kind of phone. I think Preston has like a Samsung. Did it not update for people who were not iOS or something like that? Because he still has his likes. Why do you still have your likes? What the fuck?
He hasn't updated his app, I don't
Yep.
think, because he doesn't have enough. You don't have enough space to update your app, do you? On your phone?
I should.
So yours auto.
So
my
has it not updated then?
Hey, this actually didn't do too bad.
Anyway.
Over 300 bucks.
You lost your likes though.
I lost my likes. Yeah.
So I lost my likes. I was like one of the I lost them like that first couple days. What do you think so far?
To be honest, I actually have noticed that people who weren't really engaging with me before have been. I don't think my likes have drastically changed too much. It's probably been roughly the same, like as far as what I'm getting or what I've been averaging or whatever. But I've noticed that different people are liking my shit now. I don't use tags. I don't do anything like that anymore, really. But because I didn't know if they actually if that really attracted any other sort of engagement. I thought that kind of fell off, to be honest. But maybe it's still kind of there. But yeah, no, I noticed like different followers are engaging with my shit now.
So more engagement or about the same, but it's just different people.
Let's get it.
I think about the same, different people. I think now it's almost kind of like freed up. Well, actually, Giordani said it perfect. He's like, to be completely honest, I'm just going to be honest. I was self-conscious about posting things. Like he said this, he has like 500,000 followers. He's like, I was self-conscious about posting things because if I posted something and it didn't get a lot of likes, I'd take that shit down. Yeah. And I think we all probably kind of a little bit feel that way.
100%. There was some stuff that I would consciously avoid posting because I was like, this is going to, I know this is not going to do well.
Right.
Like I know 100% that this is not the type of content that people that follow me like,
see, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Whether or not they want to see it or not, they just don't interact with it, right? So I would consciously stay away from it,
Right.
because it would look super shitty if you have, I have like 35,000 followers, right? If I'm getting like 200 likes on a photo, like everyone's like, oh, well, he clearly has fake followers, right? But now I see that because I care less because you can't see, oh, if this picture does shitty, you can't really tell unless you read it and it says like so and so and others liked it, or so and so and thousands of others like it. So you can kind of get it
millions.
Oh, yeah, you can kind of get a gauge. Never had to worry about that.
That's kind of the interesting thing about people with primarily with fitness accounts is I think that a lot of people, I think that a lot of them will have a lot of followers, but not a lot of their followers, whether they're real or not, will engage with their photos, because I think that they're following them almost just to kind of like see what they do and to kind of like document what they do, but they don't really engage with. I mean, that goes for everyone. I mean, look at like Jason Poston, fucking Logan Franklin, like these dudes that have like millions of followers and they get like sometimes less than like 10,000 likes, which that ratio is terrible.
Well, some of it is like clearly like
terrible
you'll see people that follow a certain fitness people, and it's strictly, and you'll notice it's off like a couple posts in particular. Like let's say Bradley Martin does something like crazy, like one of his old crazy videos of squatting or benching some chicks, right? And people see that like, oh man, this is crazy. And then they look at his post and he's got like a couple other videos like that. They're like, follow. Yeah. And then he posts something like it's just him, and he's like a deep caption about like what he's going through or something. And those people they're not following him for that reason. Right. So they're not going to interact with that.
It's a weird thing because like you can post like content that's really, really cool in terms of just like stuff you're doing, like crazy stuff, and you'll get followers who follow you just because you post cool, crazy stuff. Yeah. And then you can get followers who follow you because you post deep, meaningful stuff, and then you can get followers who follow you because you inspire them,
or you're a hot girl, or you're a hot dude.
Yeah, but the shitty thing about that is like unless your page is like strictly focused on one thing, you have all these followers who follow you for different reasons, but never come together to like one post.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So you'll have 500 people like a squat video,
and then a different 500 like
and then a different 500
and your kid.
Yeah, and a different 500 people who aren't the same who like that one, like a picture of me and my kid, but for some reason the people who follow me because I squat 100 pounds or 1,000 pounds don't give a fuck that I have a child.
Yeah. Right. They're not following you for your personal life, they're following you for your fitness
or like
inspiration or whatever.
Or like if I get like 2,000 people who like one picture. Yeah. That is like a picture of me shirtless or something like that, which I'm fat, but it's a transformation thing. Yeah. I'll have 2,000 people like that pic, and then I'll post a picture of me squatting 500 pounds or something like that, or deadlifting or something, and it'll get like 300 likes compared to 2,000 because that's just
it's just the demographic that's following you, and that's the thing.
I think if you fucking follow me, you should just fucking like my shit.
So that's how I am. If I follow you, when I scroll through my feed, I'm just like some stuff that like maybe I don't really necessarily follow you for or whatever, I'm gonna like anyway because I'm trying to support you, and I also understand like that it helps the algorithm, it helps you out if I like that photo, right? And if I follow you, I'm gonna support you, right? Because I'm not gonna follow you if I don't support you.
This is literally me on Instagram.
Yeah, no, I do the same thing. I'm not gonna stop. Like, I'll stop. Like when you guys post something, I'll stop and I'll like read the caption or stuff like that. But I'm gonna like that picture, like no matter, like
regardless,
you know what I mean? Like regardless,
it's whether or not you actually take the time to read the caption or whatever, or like look into the photo or watch the whole video. Yeah, that's slightly different. Like a lot of times I'm just scrolling mindlessly through it, and I'm liking stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah. And if it's an engaging photo, I'll stop and I'll actually read it, but I'll still like it regardless. Yeah. If I'm following you,
I'll still just like, even exactly like what you just said. Sometimes I'll just go through and I'll just be like, oh, James posted. I'll just like that shit. I'm like, obviously I'm not going to stop, look at it and then not like it and just like scroll past. That's like some petty shit.
Like it's one of those things. It's like, if I'm doing that, like, why am I following you in the first place?
I never understood why like your insights, it'll be like 5,000, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000 people viewed this or have seen this. And I'm like, and you have 300 likes. I'm like, if 10,000 of you guys liked it, and only 300 of you 300 of you actually liked the photo, and 10,000 of you seen it, that means that fucking 9,700 people
just scrolled past it.
Why do they follow me?
You know what?
Why? I would
some
rather,
of them don't follow you. Some of them are just like on. You're popping up on their caption or they're liked by, or somebody shared it.
If they follow
and clicked
a
on
hashtag,
it.
if they follow a hashtag. If you're following a hashtag, that means that probably any post associated with that hashtag, you're going to like.
Well, you would think, but sometimes people use hashtags that don't matter, or they're like irrelevant.
Vegan and you're eating steak or something.
Yeah,
I did that simply as a troll move to like, because I thought it was funny.
It worked.
And see, that's just a classic example of people like that. The problem with social media, and this is, I think, the issue with it overall, is that people take it too seriously. Right? Like, what happens on social media to me, like the way I view social media is fun. Like, it's just an outlet. So I don't take anything that happens on social media too seriously. So if I post a picture of me eating meat and I hashtag it vegan, it's simply because I thought that was funny.
That's funny.
And it has nothing to do with my stance on veganism or my views as you as a vegan. Like it doesn't have that effect. But going back to the like thing, I definitely feel a little bit freer in posting shit. Like I won't care. I don't care as much when I post it or what it is. So because people don't see the likes anymore.
That's bizarre, but he still does, and I know a lot of people do. So they
I
just
just haven't
fix it.
updated my Instagram.
So there's a lot of people that haven't updated it yet. But the thing that I have noticed is I have noticed a decrease in likes.
You've noticed
I've noticed a somewhat dramatic decrease in likes overall, right?
Okay.
So on like pictures and videos that I know would normally get X amount,
Right.
or like in this range,
Yeah.
like for example, like a squat video or something, like
Right.
a heavy squat video, I know that generally does fairly well on my page. It'll get several thousand views, or whatever. I've noticed a dramatic decrease of like, a couple thousand views or a couple, like maybe 600-700 likes difference.
Have you noticed people coming out? Have you seen anybody's stories that it's talking about that they hate it, that they don't like it?
I've seen some people, like Christian Guzman was pretty vocal about it recently.
He doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it, especially with Black Friday.
Okay.
Because there's a big push. A lot of people are saying that the reason that Instagram actually got rid of the likes is not because they're trying to make a difference in people in their mental health or whatever. It's simply because Instagram is trying to make more money. And Instagram is so big theory out there by a lot of influencers and a lot of like social media brands is the feeling that Instagram is a little bit jealous of all the money that influencers and whatnot are making from companies. Like companies are paying these influencers to post about and to advertise for these companies. Yeah. And that money's going to these influencers and it's going straight from the company to the influencer as opposed to the company to Instagram. So Instagram's losing out on ad revenue and people aren't buying as many ads on Instagram, especially these bigger companies, because they're like, hey, why would I pay money to an ad that I know that I don't know how it's going to do? Like I don't know necessarily how this ad's going to do. Whereas I can pay that same amount of money to run one ad. I could pay that same amount of money to an influencer with, couple 100,000 followers and they'll post about me 8 times a month or whatever, and they'll constantly wear my stuff and I'll be in their stories like constantly in front of all these people, and the people like this person, so their chances are they're going to buy the stuff way more than if I just bought an ad and I just pop up on their feed. Because interaction with sponsored posts, I don't know how about you guys, but if I see a sponsored ad, I just scroll right past it. As soon as I see sponsored, gone.
Oh, and
I
you
don't
even look at the
even if I
activity on
like
it.
it, I'm passing right by it.
Yeah.
And you can see the activity. There's very few of these that actually have like lots of interaction, lots of likes, lots of comments, unless they have a lot of money behind that ad, right?
So Instagram's ideology behind it is that by influencers having less engagement, they're going to reach out and have more. They're going to try to get more advertisement.
Not necessarily less engagement, but like if you have no way of necessarily like you can't visibly see that this person has this many likes, that companies will be in turn less likely to use an influencer and more likely to go straight to Instagram to buy an ad or buy ad space on.
So they're fucking it up for us, huh?
So obviously nobody fucking knows this because nobody knows anybody that works at Instagram, and Instagram doesn't talk to anybody.
So tell us about that. We talked about that before.
So nobody knows. This is all speculation, obviously. Obviously, the public stance from Instagram and Facebook is simply that they're trying to help improve mental health of everyone, but a lot of the influencers and businesses are starting to think that maybe this has something to do with the fact that Instagram's simply just trying to increase ad revenue. And it makes sense. Either way, it makes sense.
Yeah. Right? At the end of the day, I mean, I think we all know like it's pretty much all about business. It's all about money. You know what I'm saying?
There's very few companies out there that I believe are actually doing stuff consciously without the thought of making money.
100%. It's in the back of their mind. And that's kind of why a lot of people, that's why like I always have this like weird thing with people who talk about success and it not being about money, but you know that what they're doing is making them money, and that's kind of in the back of their head. You guys know, almost like a stereotypical multi-level marketing kind of like approach of things where they're like, yeah, no, it's not about money, like blah blah blah, but it's like, well, I know that what you're doing is making you money, and I know that you're making a shit ton more money now. So are you just saying that you're not worried about it because you have a lot more money now? And like, that's what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I know that I know success isn't necessarily about like the dollar amount, because for me, it's like, it's not, I mean, would I be like probably happier if I had, more money in my bank account? Yeah, for sure. But like, no, success can mean different things to a lot of people. But with that being said, I think almost everyone in the fucking world is thinking about a dollar amount or money when they're talking about success.
Oh, 100%.
And like, that's like, I don't know. It's just, I think some people's approaches to that is just kind of like,
well, it's like, if you're going to fault a business for making money. Like, I don't fault Instagram for doing this. Right? Instagram is trying to make money.
Yeah.
I don't fault them for that. Like, I understand that. Like, obviously, if you're starting a business, it may not be your sole goal. Like, you may have this grandiose idea of like, I want to change the world, right? And that's awesome. But part of your goal, like, may not be number one, but number two is definitely make money. Because if you're not making money, you're not going to stay in business, right?
Totally.
But it's like the same thing as like a super rich people that say like, money doesn't buy happiness. It's like, yeah, to an extent it doesn't,
right.
But generally there's a certain level of money that affords you quite a bit of happiness, because it reduces your overall stress of basic needs and whatnot.
I tell you what, money would make me pretty fucking happy.
Well, dude.
Well, there's like a basic, like a certain level of money that allows you to be less stressed. Like, you don't have to worry about daily bills, right?
I'd be happy with $5,000 a month. I'd be pretty happy with that.
Yeah,
$500 every 2 weeks is a pretty fine with.
Yeah, because you're covering all your basic needs.
Covering all my
you're
basic
covering
needs.
Food. You're covering shelter. You're covering car payment. You're covering.
I'm able to save.
You're able to have a little bit extra to do fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
And that's the problem, is that like there's a certain level, and until you get to that level, like, money does buy happiness. Because once you get to that level, then you're like, yes, you have more stress because you have different stresses, but the baseline needs are covered, and so a certain level of happiness is acquired.
Oh yeah, and that's like that question. It's like that question: would you rather be broke and happy, or rich and sad? And
see, it's all relative though. Like,
Yeah,
what is considered broke? Like,
what is considered rich?
Like, I know a lot of successful people who consider themselves broke because they're not where they want to be, right?
People who are saying broke, they're not talking about homeless on the street, nothing, fucking shit, getting pissed in themselves, stuff like that, dude. That's
finding food every day.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because obviously, like, you're not happy. That's you know what I mean? That guy's not happy. And if he is, he's whatever.
There's some mental issues.
There's some issues there, and that's fucking sad. But it's like, that's I think it's exactly.
It's all relative.
It's all relative.
It's all relative because. I could say that I'm not successful because I'm not where I want to be personally, but like compared to the guy that's living on the street, like doesn't know where his next meal is, he'd probably consider me very successful,
right?
Based on where he's at. But like, to me, I look at like Dan Bilzerian and say he's successful, right? Because he's got millions of dollars.
Yeah,
he's got a super successful company. He's doing what he likes. So, like, there's just levels to it, right?
I'd love to have Dan Bilzerian's life.
The really scary thing sometimes, but I think that it's a catch-22, is hearing him talk about
how he's not satisfied.
Yeah.
Well, there is no satisfaction. Like,
right.
It's not. Though people like that, it's constantly like elevating, right?
Exactly. That's the fine line. That's the thing, is you have to be to a point where you're hungry enough to constantly be pursuing things, but not to a point where it's fucking with your head and you're not because I mean, Dan Bilzerian, whether he says it or not, is a very successful individual. 100%. I fucking believe so.
He could stop right now and he would be set for the rest of his life still. Yeah. Like, he could just retire to a beach in Thailand and just be good for the rest of the life.
He's
not have to work.
That old. He's like, what, 38, 39? Or like 37 or something like that?
I think he's probably in his mid-40s.
He's like 43.
I think he's in his 40s.
Regardless, you know what I mean? He's fine.
He could have retired, though, already.
Yeah, and but
like an $80 million house.
What's a trip is when he talks about how he's virtually done everything. Like he's experienced. He's been to the best
Oh,
restaurants.
he's 38. You were right.
Oh shit!
Damn.
I said 43.
Damn. Well, sorry,
My
Dan.
bad.
If you're listening to this, Dan, sorry that we.
That's what I was thinking. I thought somebody said he was like
overestimated your
38,
age.
39, something like
It's
that.
the beard.
Yeah.
It's a good looking beard, though.
is a good
To
looking
be
beard.
fair, he doesn't look like a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
Damn, that makes me hella depressed because he's like 5 years older than me.
Dude, no, you know what's really depressing is when I think about like Christian Guzman and how he's like a year older than me or like 2 years older than me or something like that. I'm like, nice.
Killing it.
I'm
though.
fucking killing it.
But see, that's what it is. It's all consistency. He's been working at that business for the last like 8 years, 9 years. Like he didn't just wake up and was like, boom, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like he didn't luck into that. He's been grinding for it.
A lot of people dog him because his family is, first of all, if you do, fuck you, because he's awesome. I've been following that guy for a minute and he's worked his ass off. But like Christian, literally, like he has like his family is obviously doing pretty well. Like they're pretty well off.
Yeah, he's killing it.
But look at what regardless where he was at, literally filming like summer shred videos and like a fucking Anytime Fitness when he was like 19, like by himself, like just setting that shit up. Not even like on a tripod, like
With
on
his own like screen printed gear that he probably got screen printed at some dude's house down the street. Like
Exactly. No, he worked really hard and he's killing it now, dude. He's got a freaking gorgeous girlfriend, dude. He's got tons of, I don't even know how many cars he has. He's got a few cars, whatever. And the thing is, though, is you can't look at that. You can't look at that and let that discourage you because that's somebody else's life. If anything, that should encourage you, And so sometimes it's hard because people get this caught up. Like what I just said a second ago, I'm like, damn, he's like a year, 2 years older than me. What the fuck am I doing? But at the same time, what the fuck am I doing to work towards those goals? You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't sit there and say, shit, like I'm not where I want to be or I'm depressed because I don't have this that this other person has. If you're not, what are you doing to work towards that shit? And I fucking still sometimes do stuff like that. I'll be like, oh my God, why am I not? Why
well, it's
isn't this
easy.
going
It's easy to let that
dude.
discourage you.
Yeah.
And it's even easier to try to tear that guy down. And that's where like that whole troll mentality and whatnot. Like speaking of Guzman, I was like, I follow him on Twitter, and he was posting something about like the Black Friday, like his site was down or whatever on Black Friday, like which as a former business owner, like Black Friday is huge.
Yeah, that's a
and if your
shit show.
site's down, like obviously that's huge stress. And I'm just looking at some of the comments, and like there's one comment that stuck out in particular. It's like some dude's like, "Oh no, you won't be able to sell your overpriced merchandise to like like worthless kids or whatever." Some stupid shit. I was just like, do you
guy,
realize that? Yeah, you could argue that his stuff is overpriced for if you know how much he pays for it, right? But the amount of work that went into that, like the brand that he built, like fuck you, dude. You could say the same thing about Nike, Reebok. Like, you think those $100 Nike shoes cost Nike $60 to make? Fuck no, dude.
Probably a couple
Maybe
dollars.
$10 max.
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous.
So,
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
but it's that troll mentality of like, oh, he's doing super good. It's like the dudes that hate on Dan Bilzerian. Like, if you're a dude, how are you gonna hate on Dan Bilzerian?
gonna hate on
I
Dan?
could see if
It's
you
a
were.
jealousy
I could
thing.
see if you were a chick, maybe like not liking Dan because he's exploiting women or whatever. As if those women aren't like throwing themselves at Dan to be in his videos and whatnot. But like if you're a dude, you may be a little bit more conservative and you not like the scantily clad women or whatever. Or you're scared to talk about sex and whatnot. But if you're a dude, how are you not respecting that dude? Like he's killing it. He's living a life that I would say 99.9% of dudes, if you gave them the choice, would trade places with him in a heartbeat.
No doubt.
I would love to live.
But it's what you're saying. Like there's levels to it. Like, yeah, you should look at that and be like, oh, I want to. That's something to strive for, or I respect him because I can see how much work went into that.
Right.
Or you can be like, damn, I suck because I'm not there yet. Or you can be that third tier, which is like, fuck that guy because I'm unhappy with where I'm at, and I know I'm not shit, and that guy's killing it. And fuck that guy.
The really unfortunate thing about today, well, it's probably been going on forever, but it's just the fact that we're able to, in this day and age, we can see everything because it's all online. You know what I'm saying? Sort of thing is these people that have these pages. I'll just say like Kenny KO, for example. Like Kenny KO, I'm going to even throw out like Vegan Gains or whatever his name is, like homeboy like that. Like there's another one too that I was trying to think of. I don't know if you guys know who Cody Co is. I know who he is. I actually really like him a lot.
He's a funny dude.
He's really funny, but if you think about, he doesn't necessarily fall into this category, but similar, is people who are gaining engagement and gaining a following and becoming popular off of making fun of other people and kind of like spewing negativity and being like, okay, like what we talked about earlier, the Bang Energy guy. Is he cringy? Yes. However, he's successful. You're jealous of it because it's not you. Let's be honest. Kenny's probably fucking jealous of that guy because he probably hooks up with some of the hottest girls in the world for sure. I'll just throw that out there. You know he does. He's got money, and that's what it is. You're mad that he has that and you don't. So you're finding videos of him that are cringy, posting them on there, and just like you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's fucking Kenny's channel. Yeah. Kenny's channel is literally finding successful people, making fun of them or whatever, basically your channel is based off of other people's success. So if that wasn't there, what the fuck do you have? Right. Like what are you without these other people? Like that is such a like a follower like mentality. Like, but that at the end of the day, that's why like not everybody can be successful independently, I think.
But he's also he's creating a brand, and sadly we live in that age where controversial shit is what gets the clicks and what gets the virality. Is that a fucking word?
Viral. Make shit viral, whatever.
Yeah. The ability to make something go viral.
Yeah.
Is through negativity and like that type of shit.
Yeah. No, exactly. Dude, I talk about that.
You're like a fucking little kid over there, dude.
I talked about dude, I'm like my posture's so shit. I'm like standing here.
Backs and legs.
Dude, I'm like I didn't even work out yesterday. I'm all achy and shit. It's chlamydia probably. But,
it's in your bones.
But no, son of a bitch. What was I saying?
Stuff goes viral because it's like negative.
Yeah, no, and it's just to be completely honest, a big part of why I used to post. If you go through my feed and you see my first fitness post when I was at the club and I was like all about working out hard, I still am, but like really about it. I would post very motivational things. I'd post a lot of like Greg Plitt quotes, like a lot of stuff like that, because I fucked with that. I thought that was really cool. And I'm like, I want to be an inspiration. I'm inspired by these other people like Ziz, Jeff Side, all these guys. And I want to be that to these other people. I want to be an inspiration. However, with that being said, I would get very discouraged if I would give people information that was valuable, specifically with fitness, because that's just like, what you were interested in. Exactly. And they wouldn't do anything with it, or it wouldn't necessarily get like a very big response. And that's kind of shitty because it actually made me not want to post things like that. So now if you look at my captions, it's drastically different. Yeah. My captions are drastically different because I don't want to waste. It's almost a catch-22 because you shouldn't let things kind of dictate that to you. You shouldn't let the reaction of other people make you a certain way. But I was looking at it like, no, I just don't want to waste information on people that suck or that people aren't going to do anything with. I think if you want to post motivational shit, that's great. I will not dog on you for doing that. I just didn't want to do it because nobody cared about
that makes sense too, but you could make the same argument that like just because some people don't like what you're doing or respect or interact with what you're doing, you just haven't found the right audience yet. And that if you would continue to do that over an extended period of time, eventually you would build up an audience that would, fuck with that message, right?
That's totally right.
It's kind of like how we were talking about success last week, like people giving up before, like right before it happens, right?
Right.
Like if you could make the same argument that if you had stayed with that,
right?
Yeah, it would suck for the first, year, maybe year, 2 years, but eventually it would catch on and you'd find your niche, right?
Right.
But a big part of that also goes back to, is that actually who you are? Because there's nothing worse than when I see somebody that's posting something super motivational, right? And it's simply like an act. Like you can tell when there's genuine emotion and genuine feelings attached and passion attached to something, even if it's a caption, right? Because you get an idea. Yeah, it's a caption. You're reading it, but you get an idea of who the person is through a variety, like a bunch of posts, right? So if I see somebody and they're posting like a motivational speech or something, and I know that that's not how that person is.
Yeah.
It comes off very hollow, and it does not resonate with me at all. Right. To the point where I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like, why?
Super cringy.
Yeah.
Like it comes off cringy, and that's honestly what makes it cringy is the fact that it's like, it's not what the content is, it's the person behind it that's posting it. Like, for example, the Bang CEO, right? We could say, his posts are cringy. You look at his posts, it's cringy. Why is it cringy though? It's because he's an older dude, maybe 50s, early 60s. I don't know how old he is. He looks like he's in his 50s. Yeah. But he's dressing like the Bang girls and the Bang dudes, like white hat with like neon writing, like a neon jumpsuit, like this is Bang on it. It's like, that's not how you are. I know that's not how you are. You're doing that because this is your brand, and that's how you're like. That's why it comes off cringy. It's not because of like who he is as a person. It's because there's a disconnect of
feels forced.
It feels forced, right?
You
So
know
it comes off cringy. If he had if he's sitting back there in a nice suit or whatever, or just dressed how he normally dresses, because I guarantee you he doesn't dress like that normally. Right. But if he dressed like how he normally is, and he's not trying to put on a show, and he's just who he is, guarantee you he doesn't come off as cringy as he does, right? But it comes off forced, and that's the biggest thing. Is like you see these people on Instagram or social media, and they put out this like it's a forced message. It's they're like motivation. Like everyone loves motivation. Like I want people to view me as a motivation. Like a large part of motivation is not what you say. Like most of it is honestly what you fucking do, right?
100%.
And I've been a big part. That's been a big part of who I am as a person. Like I don't get very motivational in person. Like I try to just live that. And if you find motivation in it, that's awesome, right? And I'll throw some motivational stuff out here, but I'm not every single one of my posts is motivational because I'm not motivational all the time, right? And I don't want to force it.
Candle would burn really fast.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm posting who I am, right?
Right.
And if you find motivation in that, that's awesome. But I'm not going to go, dude, Eric Thomas has this dope-ass speech where he's like, thank God it's Monday, I'm super hyped. And it's like, that's awesome because that's who he is.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to post that shit because people are going to see through that instantly.
All right.
People are going to be like, motherfucker, I know you hate Monday.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Talking about
Like,
Monday.
you fucking hate people. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And to be real, I might hate some people, right?
Oh, yeah.
But that's life, dude.
Yeah.
That's just how it is, man.
Like I remember, like people used to think I was super fucking negative all the time because all I would post is like negative shit. Well, I was going through a negative part of like you.
I know. I was
when I was going through that,
man, Mooney hates everything, bro.
Yeah, because there was I was not happy with how things were going. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna post like, hey man, like kill today, but deep down I'm like, fuck today, dude. Like fuck you, fuck this
day.
job.
Yeah.
Like I hate my life right now. But you know what? I'm on Instagram, so
Yeah.
like,
dude,
The funniest video ever was when you had to park in the little rock lot and it was pouring down rain. And you're like walking into work.
Oh yeah.
You took a story, you're like, fucking bullshit rain.
Yeah. Well, let's throw the employee parking several hundred yards away from the door, and even if it's snowing, raining, and there's nobody in the parking lot, you have to park there.
And it's
at the club, bro?
Yeah, and it's in a rock lot.
And it's
I never did that.
It's
I
not
never parked
even
over there.
it's not even a paved lot. It's a rock lot. So I got a new car. I'm just riding around in there, just kicking up rocks and
Everyone's
shit.
skidding around.
Yeah.
Breaking windshields.
And there's nobody in the parking lot, and I'm still. You know why? Because they actually dinged me. They almost fined me for parking not in the employee parking lot.
God, they suck.
They are low-key sneaky snakes over there, bro.
Just trying. Oh, we're gonna fine you $50 for not parking in the employee parking lot,
dude.
Suck my left testicle.
Oh, did they tell you that they wouldn't pay for your gym membership, or did they tell you that? Because I think they said that to me.
They've
one
done
time.
that to me, but you know what? I'm a trainer.
Yeah.
I'm in the gym all the time. You're not going to come back there and say, "Hey, James, you can't work out today."
Yeah. Oh, dude, 100%.
I wish you would tell me I couldn't work out today.
Oh, tell me. I dare.
Let's have one of those front desk people come back here and tell me I got to leave.
Can you imagine it was me at the time? I'm like, fucking go tell
Just
me.
like,
I'd look at you straight in the eyes and be like, "Wes, get the fuck out of here."
I'm like, you know what? Good, James, you're right.
like
I'll go
actually,
tell.
I'm actually replacing the water. I I
just wanted to come say, hey, that was a nice set.
I'd tell him. You know what I would tell him? If they told me to go do that, I would have walked back there, did a towel run, and then I would have came back up. I'd be like, he's not up there right now.
I didn't see him.
I don't know where. I think he's
And then
training.
you just hear me.
The part when the
Caleb's,
club
like,
used to
looking
be
at you.
like you could when the front door would open and you could kind of see like the back deadlift area a little bit. Just fucking James.
slamming the weight down. You know, I didn't see him back there. He's not.
I hear something, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I can.
Caleb's
pinpoint
like
that.
looking at you like, isn't that him right there? I'm
like,
I didn't see him, dude.
Caleb, why don't you fucking talk to him? I'm gonna go talk to that guy. 5'9", 170 pounds right now. I'm gonna go fucking talk to that
In my
dude.
short shorts,
Yeah.
my blown out ass.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
get out of here, bro.
That I wear everywhere. Just refuse to buy a new pair. God damn.
Caleb got fired.
Yeah, did you hear about that? It was like no.
We probably shouldn't talk about it on the podcast.
Let's
Yeah.
not talk about
I'll
that.
tell you.
No, but yeah, really unfortunate. I fucked
He
with
was
Caleb.
cool, dude.
Caleb was actually a really cool boss.
I enjoyed
to
him.
me.
He was an awesome dude. But that place sucks.
That place sucks.
Yeah,
but
just an
Caleb,
odd-
Caleb was cool. I liked him.
Just an odd dynamic.
I
there.
liked his hoop earring.
Oh, I forgot about that. He was dope. He
cool. He used to work
you know
out
why
like
he
a
was
wife
dope?
beaters?
Because he would actually fucking work out. Like, he was doing squats.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he cared
He'd
about
do
working
overhead
out.
squats.
Yeah.
He was like, he's living the life.
Yeah.
Can't say that about a lot of people.
And he had a killer
You know what?
mustache goatee
We're getting,
combo.
yo, bro.
That thing was
That
killer.
was.
Yeah.
That was.
Who rocks that shit like
No
him?
one.
Not a
Yeah.
lot of people.
You gotta have confidence to rock
Motherfucker
that,
looked
and he
like
rocked
Leonardo
the shit
da
out of
Vinci.
it.
He did.
You know what? Shout out to Caleb. Doubt he's listening to this.
Yeah,
But
if you listen to this,
hey,
dude.
I fucks with you, Caleb.
Yeah, you're a cool guy. He came in to duo, I guess, to train.
Really?
Yeah, he should sign up there.
Hey, that'd be sick. Anyway, moving on. I don't want to get into this negative, but because that was a negative time in my life
Yes.
working
Yeah.
at that place. So let's not get into that because we're happy.
Yeah.
We're living the dream right now.
Yep.
Living my best life.
I'm drunk every other day.
That's
Hey,
I'm just
hey.
kidding.
so we're
You know?
happy he's gone through something.
I'm just kidding. No.
Wes is still dealing with some demons back there.
Shit, man.
But anyway, I think overall message from this, be yourself. You can tell when someone forces something, even if it is writing, text, you may be able to fool us with like a post or two, but like overall, we're going to see through it.
Listen.
Real rec real.
Listen. Real rec real.
Gods recognize gods.
Listen.
Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor said that?
I think so,
That's
bro.
super sick.
No, he did. He
How about Conor fighting next month?
Oh, dude, I was gonna.
Fighting Cerrone.
Yeah, bro.
Did you see Cerrone talk? Cerrone posted a caption. It was either a caption or a tweet, and he was basically like, "Next month, I aim to extend all of my UFC records or whatever." And he has like, because he has records for like quickest or like fast or most finishes with kicks, most finishes overall, most fights in the night.
Cerrone. So that's going to be a really good fight because Cerrone is a kickboxing badass.
And Conor hasn't fought in years.
Yeah.
He's just.
I just
I'm
hope
still
Conor doesn't get wrecked.
and that's tough because I like both of them. I like Cowboy and I like
It's just
McGregor.
like, the problem with these legends that come in here is like these people who are just these fucking monsters.
Where's that fight at?
I don't know, but we should watch it.
I'll probably fight in
We'll
Vegas.
stream it.
Are they fighting in Vegas?
Probably.
I think I
Probably.
might be in Vegas that week.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I would 500% be down. Wait. Hold on. That's in January.
That's the week before LA Fit.
Oh fuck, dude. We should maybe do. We gotta figure
just-
that out.
just
We
go
should
to-
stream it.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Let's
Vegas.
just go to Vegas.
I think I might be in Vegas that
We
week.
go to Vegas. It's like a 3-hour drive. Or
No,
whatever
it's the
like.
weekend before LA Fit.
Oh,
So it's the
okay.
18th,
Okay.
and LA Fit's the 25th.
God damn.
So unless you want to stay in Vegas for a week,
Yeah, which is not a bad idea. I'm just gonna be drunk the whole time.
That's a bad idea.
the way the bank account is set up, though,
Yeah.
a week in Vegas,
Oh man.
and then
looking at
a
$5,000.
then a weekend in LA.
We're
yeah.
looking at $8,000 total.
And you would look like pure shit
Oh,
in
a
LA.
1,000%.
By the time you got to LA, you'd just be a bloated, skinny mess.
Oh, don't you guys worry. I'm actually planning on. No, I gotta get fucking jacked for LA. I really will.
It's tough though because Christmas, man, Christmas and New Year's, it's tough to diet during those times.
Unless
But-
you don't hang out with your family like me, and then you're fine.
No, because apparently if you don't hang out with your family, you're just blacked out drunk.
This is holiday building.
Are we all getting jacked and shredded for
I'm prepping
LA?
for a meet. So
Well, you're getting thick.
I am.
Thick
You're
Jay's
getting
coming
strong.
back.
Thick Jay's coming back.
Which in a nice tea is actually gonna look really good because we're gonna be in LA, so it's
Dude,
probably gonna be pretty warm, right?
Thick Jay, when he was in the height of the powerlifting, looked damn good in the tea.
I'm starting to get it back too. I'm starting
That
to-
that wide ass back,
I'm starting to thicken the teeth.
thick ass
Fucking
arms.
275.
I just hit chest with fucking Mooney. Okay,
Shit.
Yeah.
I was looking jacked.
But
Walk
you
around.
and
I
me,
actually hit-
we're gonna get shredded.
Yeah, there's gonna be some.
There's gonna be some shirtless pics at Muscle Beach.
hit the old.
Hopefully the weather's not trash.
No, I think the weather it should be good.
I'll be
the
your
weather.
guys. We'll have a. We'll
gonna
have
have.
something there.
Hopefully
We're gonna
we'll
be
have
there for what 3 days? How long?
I'll bring some cool.
3-4 days.
Friday to Monday.
Hey,
Yeah.
are we gonna have gear by then?
Like steroids. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You know somebody was listening to that.
Oh, I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Cue the Instagram haters and trolls.
Oh, come at us,
no,
pussies.
you're talking about like shirts and T-shirts and stuff. Yes, we should
Like
have
actual gear, guys.
like
kidding.
actual apparel.
Because it'd be cool to get a lot of content. Like a
No,
lot
that
of
is the goal that we're
Okay.
going to have. We're actually going to have hopefully gear in the next couple weeks.
Okay, perfect.
I'm making that announcement. I think next week.
You guys
And
are
the
about
next week,
to shit your
about
pants.
to drop some knowledge on people. I don't know what that was.
That is the fucking hands.
Whoa.
That's like,
Dude, if he had a fucking Infinity Gauntlet on right now, this motherfucker's about
snapping
to
some
snap
fingers.
soon.
Thanos cock.
that's a good idea. That'd be,
Thanos.
I should go get one of those and just put the logo on all the things and just go. And
How
that'll be the first
fucking-
post for the new thing.
So sick.
I'm gonna do that. I wonder if they have that.
You
at,
need
like,
to have
Toys R Us.
Thanos memes with this stuff.
Yeah,
See if we can get Josh Brolin on here.
bro. Josh Brolin.
know what it's like to lose somebody. He's so sick.
He's honestly so cool. If like somebody could get a hold of him, I bet he'd fucking do it. Like he's such a
Rest
cool
in
guy.
peace from Endgame. Huh?
Damn, bro, just dropping some spoilers on people.
I just said rest in peace.
Actually, it's been like a year.
I said rest in
If
peace.
you haven't seen Endgame by now,
Anybody who hasn't watched that
then
3 hour
I don't want to hear anybody say anything about spoilers.
Spoiler alert. It came
Yeah,
out.
some nerds like I was about to watch that tomorrow, bro. Like
Just got my
shut up,
7-day free
shut up,
trial.
nerd.
God.
Get out of here.
Yes. Sack of shit.
If you haven't watched it in the year that it's been out, then
Has it already been out for a whole year?
I feel like it
Yeah,
has.
bro.
Last May.
I saw that shit in California.
It was
when
like
it
May.
came out.
Was it the May before last, or was it this past May?
California.
Cali.
Was it last May?
It was. It would have been
2 Mays ago.
April.
Last April.
Last April.
April 2018.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a long time.
It's been a fucking minute.
Yeah, so no spoiler alerts at this point. But yeah,
Rest in peace to Joe.
we're gonna make that enough. Dude, I can't wait for the next Deadpool because he's dope in that too. Cable.
Oh, I
dude.
know, huh?
Ryan Reynolds.
Cable's actually
Thanos.
Thanos
Slash
Cable. That's kind of weird that they cast him in both,
Yeah.
like the same universe. Like
Oh, that is kind of fucking fucky. Well, I mean,
Who dare?
that's my email. Apologize.
new phone, who dis?
New phone. Who dis?
Damn it. Anyway,
I, the Mooney of the James.
anyway, yeah. What were we talking about before we started talking about Thanos?
We were
Oh, we're
talking about
Vegas.
Cerrone.
Cerrone. So who you have?
Does anybody know? Can you really quick? What's Cerrone's record?
Really good.
Knockout and 0. I don't know.
I think he's.
Cerrone would be a sick guest because
is he-
Cerrone is dope.
Yeah, Sony's cool. Donald.
He's like the UFC version of you.
Is he?
Yeah, he just drinks beer and wakeboards
That's fucking cool.
and trains at his ranch.
God, dude, I'm just such a McGregor fan that I want him to fuck Cerrone up so bad.
I want it to be a good fight, but I would like to see McGregor.
I don't
Yeah.
see I don't see McGregor fucking Cerrone. up.
Because he's just not in that.
I
time.
just don't see him fucking.
Well, he's
him up.
fighting at 170. Is that what he's fighting at? Why the fuck is Connor fighting at 170?
So-
Because when Connor was at his best was when he was like,
155. I thought.
and just quick as fuck.
so
Like,
not
so
a good
part
one.
of me actually would like Cerrone to win because I feel like McGregor, he doesn't need to fight anymore. Like
He's got millions of dollars.
already well known. He's got successful businesses. Like he can move on. I feel like Cerrone's not set up
yeah.
for life yet. You know what I mean? Like Cerrone's still got more fights in him. McGregor, feel like is pretty much like
McGregor did such
he's
a
like just
great
coming.
job.
He's
Yeah.
like just coming out of like retirement for this fight kind of thing. Like it's almost like Mayweather, right? Like at this point, Mayweather he's like one of the greatest boxers of all time. Like
God, I
you
hate
kind of almost
saying
want
that.
somebody to beat
saying that.
Mayweather just
Mayweather?
because like it would help that person out. Like I'd love to see like somebody just beat Mayweather and be like, hey,
I just
now that
don't like
guy's
Mayweather
now that
very
guy's set
much.
up, right?
I think that was why so many people
You
probably.
know he is coming back.
Mayweather?
Yeah, he's coming out. He's gonna
Yeah,
fight in
until win by
2020.
points again. Cool.
He's gonna come back and fight in 2020.
Dude, honestly though,
He is 36-13.
that's a lot of fights. That's like I was
10
thinking.
knockouts, 17 submissions.
Oh damn, he's like a low key.
That is not 36.
Well, there's some obviously decisions.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, God damn it,
Probably
Jake.
some fights who lost due to.
He is on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of his last 10 fights he's won, and then
He's on like
the 10th one was a no contest.
So he's on a 9-win streak.
No, I think he's on like a
Well, they're
2-loss streak right now, isn't he?
no,
I think
according to this, no. He
thought he-
beat. Oh wait, no, is this? Oh no, I read the wrong way.
he's on like a.
That's how he
lost
started.
9
That's how he
of them.
started his
Came out
career.
strong.
He's lost the last 2 fights. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe he's about to lose fight number 3.
Tony Ferguson and Justin
Well,
Gaethje.
those are some tough fights, right? Oh yeah, Justin. I think I watched the highlights of that. I think Justin like whooped his ass like really bad.
That dude's a beast. He's
That
a
dude's
really good
fucking-
boxer.
Yeah.
Damn, two TKOs in the last 2 fights.
Well, I mean, and Tony Ferguson's like literally just fucking
He actually
psychotic.
just fought in September.
Ferguson was his last fight.
No, Gaethje.
Oh, Gaethje was. How about this? God, it's been talked about so much. How about this? Habib fucking Ferguson fight. Is this gonna happen?
Bro,
Come on.
I hope Tony Ferguson fucking wrecks.
I
I
hope
don't
so
like
too.
Khabib at all.
I hope
but
so
I
too.
respect Khabib because he's dope.
Me too, but I don't like him.
He's just
Have
one
you
of
Shish
the,
Khabib.
Have you seen that video of him swimming in a river like against current? Like, and that's just him training. He's just in some Russian river, just
just the most.
and the river's
absurd-
just like,
Yeah, he's just
and
like
he's not moving at all. Like he's just staying in place. Like,
he's just fucking.
So he does a lot of swim erg.
bro, the swim erg, that shit wrecked me.
I know. Remember when we did like 2000
Have you ever done that? The swim
It
erg?
sucks.
It's like a rowing machine, but swimming.
It sucks.
Oof.
It sucks.
It's rough.
I'll try it.
2,000 meters is a fucking lot.
That's a long way.
Swimming swimming in general is awful.
2,000 meters? How far is that?
Too far.
It's 2,000 meters.
Is 1,600 meters a mile?
No.
1,600?
Yeah, wait. It's
1,600
like a little. It's a little less than a mile. I think.
16. What's a lap is 400 meters, right?
But I don't think.
And 4
Oh,
laps.
maybe it is. Maybe 1,600.
So 2,000 meters is like a.
4, 8, 12, 16. That would be 1 mile.
I think a mile is 1,600 meters.
I think so too.
If it were yards, it'd be shorter.
Tis not.
One and a quarter. Oh, just under 1.25 miles. Damn, I feel hella stupid for saying that one.
Well, it's okay. I was in high school like last year, so that's why I know that. But
1.25 miles.
that's fucking a long
That's
way.
way too far to swim.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm down to do that. I don't know if
Should we do that as a video? We should all do a swim. Just hop. We'll go into the river.
I guess I'll die then. I guess that'll be the last video I ever
we need
do.
to do this.
We'll
like,
go to the club and we'll film it with all the old ladies doing water aerobics next to us.
so hot.
And
What
some,
are you guys
And some old
doing?
dude that swims every single day,
Fortnite
just like
swimming.
Who's just gonna make us all look like
just
shit?
Michael Phelps in us.
Fortnite swim, bro.
Just dolphins.
Well, you've been swimming here 5 a.m. every day since this place has been here, so I hope you're good because you've been here for 17 years.
Anyway,
I'm down to do that though. So, anyways, you guys are thinking Cerrone? Is that what you guys are thinking?
I'm thinking
I could go either way.
Pepperoni,
I kind of want Cerrone because I feel like Cerrone needs the payday, but he's getting paid anyway. So
He'll make a lot. For
now that I
this
think
fight.
about it, like he'll probably. But
paid a lot
you
just
know
for
what would
fighting
happen
McGregor.
even better? Ooh, maybe Cerrone should win, so that McGregor has a rematch, and so Cerrone gets super paid the next time, like kind of how Nate Diaz got super paid on the second one.
Right. Ariel explained it
Hawani.
that McGregor's plan, which is always, just the craziest shit ever. He wants to beat Cerrone because this is apparently like going to be like his tune-up. Like this is apparently supposed to be like his like I'm getting my confidence back fight, even though he's going against literally
And then
like
he's
a
gonna fight
fucking,
Diaz again.
and he wants to fight Diaz, and then I think he wants to fight.
Khabib again.
He either wanted to fight Masvidal or Diaz. was
Dude,
what he wants to do.
Masvidal would be sick. Masvidal is super sick.
He is sick, bro. I don't know. I'm not.
Have
really
you watched his YouTube at all?
I haven't. Oh, I fucking haven't tuned into his channel,
Dude, he is dope.
Right.
He is sick. I wasn't like a huge I didn't know much about him, and then I watched some of his YouTube channel. Dude's sick.
I have a lot of respect.
I
for that guy.
I super respect. He's like super cool. Like he's on like it was right before the Nate Diaz fight. Like he was flying to New York for the fight or for the weigh-in, and like he got this private jet, and like all his boys are like on it. Like
Really?
and he's just sitting there. He's like he's like, where I come from, like if I'm eating, all my boys are eating or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's got them all on the plane, like they're all flying first class. He's buying them all suits. He's like, when I eat, they all eat. It's just taking care of all these guys that like grew up with him and like came up with him and like, supported him. It's sick.
Awesome.
So if he buys a mansion, I expect they probably will get one too. Then
Something like that.
He's getting them
Kind of like Entourage style. Like
Yeah.
when Vince Chase would buy all the dudes Maseratis, like we all get matching Maseratis.
What was the movie
I'm
with,
cool with that.
Jake Gyllenhaal where he was a boxer?
Southpaw.
Southpaw. That was kind of like that. He kind of hooked all of his.
Dude,
hooked all
how
his
sad
boys
is
up.
that fucking movie?
I love that movie.
I-
That's a really
movie-
good boxing movie.
I literally almost cry every time his fucking. It's not a spoiler alert because the movie's been out for
Dude,
a while.
that movie's been out forever.
Yeah, his
So
fucking when his fucking wife gets shot, that he's
Oh.
literally been like dating since he was like a kid.
And then his whole life falls apart, and his daughter gets
and
taken away from him.
she's super cool in the
Dude.
movie too, and she's like super down for him and
Yeah.
super supportive, and you're just like, damn.
Like
Like,
Amy McAdams or something like that.
literally his
Rachel
rock.
McAdams?
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, she's been in a ton of movies. I forget her name.
The Vow.
Wedding
She's-
Crashers.
Notebook.
Oh, she was in Wedding Crashers. She was Owen Wilson's girl. That's crazy. I
Yes.
love that movie.
Zeus.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girl. She was the blonde in
Regina
Mean
Yep.
Girls.
Regina George.
She's like aging really well. I feel like she's looked the same in like all.
She's
Oh,
of them.
never-
100%. She was
Yeah.
she was not like super young when Mean Girls came out. I think she was the oldest one in that cast.
Yeah, I'd say so because Lindsay Lohan was real young in that movie.
Lindsay Lohan.
Speaking of people that haven't aged well, Lindsay Lohan.
drugs.
Bro.
Oh man, living
Drugs,
that life.
partying, and too much plastic surgery.
Yeah, chasing that dragon. You know.
Chrissy was watching, I guess she had a show recently on like Bravo or one of those things, and it was like her beach club, like Lindsay's beach club, and she like runs this beach club and in like Ibiza or whatever, and like it's just like a reality show.
You think she's like killing it? Like still? Like do you think she like has like a lot of money? What's her net worth right now? Like probably decent.
I don't know, dude.
Like do you think?
I don't know
she's-
how that works, like because Mean Girls is super successful and like she's been
Yeah.
in some successful movies. It's like
Freaky Friday.
if she did good, like
Kirby.
if she did some
Parent
good
Trap.
contracts, like she could be making some money. But
It's like Parent Trap. She was a twin in that movie, so it's like that should be like double the
she
money.
played
right?
2 roles, bro.
She's fucking crazy.
Double moolah.
I'm always so impressed with actors like Michael Myers or like Eddie Murphy or like people like that who acted as like 7 roles in movies. I don't know how they do that.
Who knows how accurate this is? But it says her net worth is $800,000.
Are you serious?
Not even a milli.
I thought you were about to say $800 million.
I know.
No,
That was-
800,000.
that's
Which
not-
is kind of sad when you think about it. Like she made millions. Like she made Herbie Fully Loaded and made $7.5 million for that movie. Wow. What happened to that $7.5 million?
Heroin.
right up the nose.
Heroin.
7
Did
minute
she do
goes
heroin?
fast when
I
you
don't know
smoke
if she
it.
did.
She
heroin.
did something, dude.
Coke and meth. I don't know.
She's earned more than $27 million from her movies,
Jeez Louise.
and now she's worth $800,000.
That sucks.
That's called poor investment.
But
Dr. Dre's worth
I
like
wonder.
$2 billion.
didn't- But I think her mom was managing her.
Mm.
I'm sure some of the. I feel like there was some sketchy shit that went down with.
Oh,
that.
1,000%. That's like Dane Cook's brother. or
Oh
whatever,
my
right?
god! Have you heard that story?
I haven't heard the whole thing, but I heard a gist of it.
Dude, Dane Cook's brother was his like money manager
Yeah.
and literally like stole millions from him.
Yeah.
To the point where like he was. Did he go bankrupt?
He fucked him over pretty bad.
Because
I think.
Dane Cook was massive.
Yeah.
He
And-
wasn't he like wasn't he like hiding it in he like had like his money like hidden in his I need to look up the story. I thought it was something crazy, like he was hiding the money in his house or something, and it fucked over Dane somehow, like because it was like wasn't like a tax issue. Wasn't he like not paying his he wasn't like paying his taxes or some crazy shit like that. So they took a lot of the money from him, and it actually like fucked over Dane or something. I thought it was like something insane like that. But
So he stole, let's see. At one point, he literally wrote a check from Dane Cook's account to himself for $3 million.
nice. Wow. Yep. Hey, family's everything, you know?
He sent his brother to jail, though.
Yeah.
His brother went to jail for embezzlement.
I fucking would have, dude. I wouldn't talk to that
Give me
motherfucker
my
ever
3
again.
million.
You're not getting any Christmas cards from me, bitch.
So much, that would make an awkward Thanksgiving right there.
Yeah.
You just sit across eating some stuffing, like staring at your brother. He's got like a Rolex on. It's like, I wonder where that came from.
Hope you like prison food and penis. That's where you're going, bitch.
It rhymes with grape.
He was getting paid $12, almost $13,000 a month by Dane Cook.
Nice.
Like, and on top of that, he stole money.
Why aren't you good with that? At what point are you not good with, like, you know, people are just fucking greedy.
I would
That's just
take
a
12 G's a month. I'm gonna tell you what, I'd be happy.
bad boy.
He took multiple $1 million. It's at least $3 million. They can't prove how much else he stole though. But he's ordered to pay $12 million back to Dane Cook. So
Yeah, what's he got? How you know what's fucked about that is
he's never gonna get that money.
yeah. How in the fuck would he make that money? You know what I'm saying?
It's like, hey Wes,
Yeah.
you got to pay me $12 million.
Well, I guess I'm doing gay porn for the rest of my life, so because that's how I'm.
So what are you gonna give me the other $11,900,999,000? Like, because maybe you're getting $1,000 for some OnlyFans action.
God, yeah. I would have to do something. I'd have to be a doctor, and still it'd be a while.
So, in 20 years, dude, I'll maybe get you like $1 million, maybe.
I'd have to be a doctor, have an OnlyFans account, do gay stuff, probably.
Butt stuff.
Probably rob at least a few banks, get away with it, pay you somehow, and then, yeah. So anyways, it's not happening for Dane's brother, it looks like.
Speaking of OnlyFans accounts, have you heard the new trend that's going around? I saw it on social media. Somebody reported one of the OnlyFans girls, or like one of the premium Snapchat girls, to the IRS.
Oh shit!
Because you can report people for suspected tax issues, and obviously, if you have a premium Snapchat, you're not getting this normal W-2, and so you're probably not going to claim a lot of that, right? So they reported them, and apparently that person was getting audited by the IRS. And so now there's like a trend. It was like, and on the meme that was going viral, it was like, here's all the links to report people. Let's start doing this
What
to
a
like
fucking prude,
to
am I
get
right?
back at these girls or whatever, or like stop these girls from prostituting themselves. Like, I was like thinking about like, what the like, you may not agree with the OnlyFans or the premium Snapchat, but don't be a fucking snitch.
Dude, a lot of these girls that do there's like, you know, with guys and girls, there's just stuff.
There's a lot of dudes that do it.
There's a lot of dudes. Yeah, there's a fucking ton of dudes that do it.
I know.
You know who does it? I
I
think
know,
Jared
dude.
Callahan does it actually.
There's some dudes.
boy.
There's some dudes out there that there's a lot. Like I know 2 dudes that have premium Snapchats,
Yeah.
and one of them has an OnlyFans account, and it's like, you know what? Fuck it, dude. If that's what you want to do,
Yeah.
and
I know
you're
a couple
trying to,
girls with
like,
premium snaps.
It's like if a girl's a stripper.
I feel like pretty much every like Instagram model out there,
If you have big
has
titties,
an OnlyFans
post
account,
nude pictures,
or a
and money.
Patreon, or a premium Snap, or one of those.
I have a friend, I will not nameth names, but I have a friend who can literally pull up any girl's Instagram page and find whether they have it or not, pull up their OnlyFans and doesn't have to pay for it. Like he'll pull up their page. Like I literally saw a girl that not one that like we know or anything, but like one who's like pretty well known on Instagram. I saw her OnlyFans and I was like, I didn't even have to pay for that. Like that was insane.
What is
Have
it?
him get a hold of me.
Is it just like, what is it like?
He just put like the
Is it like videos?
It's usually pictures. Some of them have videos. It's like literally like it's like fucking soft porn.
Yeah,
it's literally. It's.
I
Like,
guess you could put whatever. Right?
I
There's
think
probably
you
no
can.
restrictions of what you.
I
put
think
on.
there are girls. There was a girl I think I found on Twitter who I think actually posts. I think she does porn on it. I think she I think so.
I know one of the dudes that I know that has an OnlyFans. It's basically him just having sex with a bunch of his girls.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Like he's like this big tattooed power lifter, and it was part of the thing that part of the reason I know about it is because he got banned from Instagram for a while.
Oh shit.
God damn it! He got banned from Instagram for a while for posting links to his OnlyFans or whatever, like inappropriate content. So, but that's the only reason I know he has it.
That's the crazy thing about Twitter, right? Because you can just post that. Can't you just post shit?
Dude, all the time. Thankfully, I think I've kind of regulated it now where I'm not seeing anybody posting porn and shit. Mm-hmm. But there was a long time where I was like, I'd be scrolling and just fucking dicks
Oh yeah.
and fucking other dicks, like two dicks, just
Grinder ads and stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have a
And I was
grinder.
like, please, like I got nothing. If you wanna touch dicks and touch tips,
It's all right.
cool, man. But I don't need to see that while I'm scrolling the fucking Twitter feed.
Yeah.
A lot of dick touching.
It's not my thing.
Dude, I remember there was a
Even porn, like even like a dude just ramming a chick. No, don't need that at 7 a.m. when I'm rolling over to check what's going on in the world.
nothing gets my test higher than seeing some of that. Get me ready for the gym. That's how you do it.
Anyway, dude, I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting hungry.
Yeah,
we need to call
I'm
this.
hungry.
And we've been going for a while.
Yes.
I just remembered I have some porn I have to go watch.
You got to get the test levels high for this workout session.
I was trying to get Kai a new car today. So.
Ooh. Luckily, you know a guy.
Huh?
Luckily, you know a guy who sells cars.
Luckily, I know a guy.
Yeah.
So.
Do you get commission if you sell yourself a car?
Yeah. It's a half deal.
Hey, it only counts as half a deal?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You're still
Because that's in-house.
You're still selling a house. You're still selling a full
But the house takes care of it because employees get really big discounts.
Yeah.
So, like, I can say if we...
Did you pass that along to me? Because I don't know about that.
You got a very big discount.
Did we get the employees?
We're not going to talk about the discount Mooney got, but Mooney originally was going to have about a payment about $300 higher than what he wanted to pay.
Yeah.
And your boy and the sales manager
Your boy
worked
did
it
a
to where
little-
he only has to pay
I only had to do a little bit of butt stuff.
Yeah.
a little bit of butt stuff. Not a ton. A little bit of butt stuff, and 5 hours later, he has a Grand Cherokee.
Sent him my ad for Playgirl, and I got the shit. So,
You just send him your premium snap.
dude, that dude's ass crack is hairy.
He doesn't even
Yeah,
shave it?
I can only imagine what if I had an
dude.
OnlyFans, people would be like, dude, wax that crack, dude.
You'd be on the. There has to be a category for hairy guys.
I was getting dressed the other day. Like Chrissy was just like laying in bed. Obviously, like I was up before her, and I just hop out the shower. Like I like bent over to go, like put my sock or put my underwear on or something. And Chrissy just like wakes up. She's like, oh, she's just staring into an abyss of fucking like it's like a big ass like ass bush.
Oh
Just-
my god.
I just hear her go, oh.
No, we're probably pretty even, dude. I'm pretty fucking bad down
But it's
there.
like one of those things. It's like I'm not paying somebody to wax my
I used
crack.
to shave my ass.
Like the
I used to-
crack?
no. Oh yeah, no, I did
To
too.
the hole?
I did too. I'd shave it.
As close as I
Bro,
can.
I don't know how I could do that, dude. My cheeks are like too big. That's
Deep.
a deep razor.
Let me tell you
gotta,
what.
like,
You
you
guys-
gotta-
What are you like spreading the cheek?
oh, I'm 4. What happened?
Hello?
Hey,
Oh, there we
are
go.
we good?
Yeah, you had something to do with the fucking thing.
Technical difficulty while we were
What are you like
demonstrating
popping your foot up like
Yeah, yeah. Like,
with the mirror?
and you're just like,
Dude, you don't have the mobility to get into a Lambo, but you have the mobility to fucking shave your crack.
well, I don't shave my crack anymore. It's been years.
I was shaving my crack before it was cool.
Yeah. Shaving
Dude, I can't even imagine.
I was like shaving my crack before I even had girls doing stuff to me down there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
to your
before
crack?
like
What
licking
do
my
you have?
ass. and stuff.
Some rimmy rims?
Just get some rims, dude. Yeah, I was like doing that
Even-
before I was.
Even if I shave that shit, I don't know if I'd ever want.
I
I
can't.
don't know if I'd ever have a girl go down there.
If I like the girl, I'll have her do that down there.
think
But
it would
she's
be-
not sticking anything.
Wouldn't
in my
it be
ass,
the
though.
other way around? Like if it's a girl that you don't necessarily like, you'd let them.
That is also true.
Because like I'm not
He's like, so any.
I'm not kissing a girl that's just been down there because I know what happens down there. And even when I clean, I don't know how clean it's gonna get down there.
We're getting real nasty.
Yeah, I don't know. We probably lost so many
Thank
people.
you guys
just
for
now.
tuning in to the Not for the Week podcast, our 3-hour special.
Appreciate you guys. Follow us all on social media, links in the bio, and stay tuned for our big announcement this coming week.
Very excited for you guys to hear it.
And yeah, hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Stay savage, my friends. Peace.
Peace.